twice about taking a shower every morning. It's just something we naturally do. If we didn't, we wouldn't feel ready to face the day ahead. Great sages explain that just as we bathe in water every day to cleanse the body, we should similarly bathe in the words of sacred text on a daily basis to cleanse our consciousness. That philosophical bath wakes us up to reality, cleanse out unhealthy qualities, and ultimately becomes something we enjoy and look forward to. It's absolutely essential for our spiritual health. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna uses 4 beautiful metaphors to emphasize the power of reading Vedic scriptures. First is Jnana Agni, the fire of knowledge. We enter this world with a karmic bank balance and subsequently undergo the roller coaster journey of life. Our experiences are meant to teach us a better way to live and interact in the world. Thus, the ultimate purpose of karma is education. However, if we read the scriptures, assimilate transcendental knowledge, and internalize those spiritual truths, then such karma is no longer required. Thus, knowledge acts as fire and incinerates our karmic reactions. Second is Jnana Plava, the boat of knowledge. This world can be compared to a choppy ocean. Just as a series of violent waves can capture and drown a swimmer, the misfortune, reverses, and inevitable sufferings we face can unsettle and capture us. Thus, spiritual knowledge is likened to a boat that carries us through hardship. It builds our inner strength to relieve and overcome whatever life sends our way. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Eventually, this boat carries one to the spiritual realm where permanent relief, peace, and spiritual joy are actually found. Third is Jnana Deepena, the lamp of knowledge. Walking in the dark is dangerous. We struggle to reach our destination and probably receive a few painful knocks on the way. The lamp of knowledge illuminates our path and warns us of the possible obstacles and impediments that we may encounter on our spiritual journey. Amidst so many crossing demand, the shining lamp of knowledge keeps our consciousness awake to the ultimate goal of life, ensuring that we make decisions which will advance us towards our ultimate destination, that is, Krishna in the spiritual world. Fourth is Jnana Asina, the sword of knowledge. Leave your garden unattended for a year, and weeds will take over. Unfortunately, the longer you neglect them, the harder they are to uproot. The garden of spirituality also has its fair share of weeds in a form of doubts. Am I missing out on something? Have I made the right decision? Does God really exist? If we leave those doubts unattended, they also take root. Thus, knowledge is compared to a sword which cuts the doubts and helps one determined, patient, and enthusiastic in their spiritual pursuit. Krishna explains that there is nothing in this world as sublime as transcendental knowledge. When Srila Prabhupada spoke into his dictaphone and translated the timeless wisdom of Vedas, Lord Krishna and great teachers spoke through him. That spiritual sound was then transferred into the printed words and is now readily available to us. When we read Srila Prabhupada's book, we are not alone. Krishna and his illustrious devotees are right there with us. And as we turn the pages, we become infused with insights, inspiration, and faith. Even professors and scholars have appreciated Srila Prabhupada's book.
What is the real health? You see, people think health is related to the material body, but that's an imperfect conception of health. It's like you keep your clothes in good order, but you neglect the self within. So it's very auspicious day, and we were invited here today because the real health is connected with the Supreme. We are all part and parcel of the Supreme. We do not exist independently of the Supreme. Actually, our health is dependent on having a healthy relationship with the Supreme. True health means to have a healthy relationship with the Supreme. So if you're completely in ignorance of the Supreme, how you can have a healthy relationship with the Supreme is not possible. Therefore, this knowledge here of the Bhagavad Gita really is the ultimate knowledge of how to connect with the Supreme.
Along with chanting, it is best to read daily for a certain amount of time or some pages. We can make a thorough study, noting interesting or difficult passages, or we can simply read our way through, confident of our spiritual purification. It's a good idea to offer respect to Krishna and his representatives before we begin reading. We can pray that the words we read will penetrate our heart and transform our character. Srila Prabhupada explains that besides reading, we should discuss spiritual topics with others. This is actually the best way to assimilate knowledge. There are courses at temple and organized study group in local areas. We should take advantage of this opportunity and deepen our knowledge and understanding.
Why should we study scriptures? Answer: because scriptures provide us a map and they act as a mirror. As a map, scripture provides us guidance about where we should go and how we should go. When we are on a journey and if we don't have a map, we will be lost. Similarly, without scripture, without scriptural guidance, there are so many alternatives that life provides us. Should I do this or should I do that? Should I go here or go there? That our life journey gets complicated and we get lost amidst a plethora of options which leave us confused and often misled. So, tasmat shastram pramanam te karya vyavastito gyatva shastra vidhanoktam karma kartum iharasi. In 16.24, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that therefore, according to Shastra, we should know what is right, what is wrong, what is to be done, what is not to be done, and mold our life accordingly. So, scripture acts as a map to tell us where we should go and where we should not go. That is the primary purpose of scripture. Our life is a journey. What is this journey from? It is from this world to Krishna. Our consciousness is presently caught in this world and we want to elevate our consciousness to the level of love for Krishna. And this is an inner journey of our consciousness. And for this journey of consciousness, we need a map, and scripture acts as that map. And scripture also acts as a mirror. Mirror means that because this is an internal journey, when it's a physical journey, we can look around and see, okay, where have I come, how far am I along the way. But because it's an internal journey, we cannot so easily see whether we are progressing and how much we are progressing. That's why scripture also acts as a mirror. When we study scripture and then we read about the vision of the great saints who are depicted in scripture and great saints like Srila Prabhupada who give their commentaries in contemporary terms for us to appreciate, then we understand, oh, this is the way to look at the world. These are the kind of emotions that great saints are experiencing. These are the kind of emotions that I can also experience in future. How much have I experienced them now? How much is my realization and my vision moving towards the vision and realization of more spiritually realized people. How much am I seeing the world as scripture reveals it to be? By thinking thus, by seeing thus, we can move onwards steadily. We can understand how far we have come. Just as in a mirror, we can see our state, whether our hair is combed properly, whether we are dressed properly, whether we are disheveled or we are respectably looking. So like that, what is our state of consciousness, we can understand by studying scripture. In this way, scripture acts as a map for showing us the way ahead, and scripture acts as a mirror for showing us where we are. So by knowing where we are and by knowing where we should be going, we can move smoothly and swiftly towards life's supreme perfection.
Srila Prabhupada's disciples have also written and translated many valuable books which can enrich our understanding. It is recommended to read the majority of Srila Prabhupada's book first in order to get a strong foundational knowledge before reading these books. Therefore, one will be better positioned to understand, appreciate, and value others' contribution. Here is a rough guideline of how to progress through the library of Srila Prabhupada's books.